Let's master the art of fraction comparison. Hello, dear learners. Welcome back to our fun and enlightening journey through the world of English numbers and counting. Today, we're diving into a particularly interesting subject: comparing and ordering fractions. This may sound complicated, but with our approach, you'll find it quite easy and fun. So, let's get started. Before we can start comparing and ordering fractions, let's make sure we understand what a fraction is. A fraction represents a part of a whole. It has two parts: a numerator, the top number, which tells us how many parts we have, and a denominator, the bottom number, which tells us how many parts make up the whole. An example of a fraction is 1/2, which represents half of a whole. Now, onto the juicy part: comparing fractions. Sometimes, you need to know which fraction is larger or smaller. But how can you tell? Well, it depends on both the numerator and the denominator. If the denominators are the same, the fraction with the larger numerator is the greater fraction. For example, between 3/4 and 2/4, 3/4 is larger because 3 is greater than 2. If the numerators are the same, the fraction with the smaller denominator is the greater fraction. For example, between 2/3 and 2/5, 2/3 is larger because 3 is smaller than 5. Sometimes, neither the numerators nor the denominators are the same. In this case, you can either find a common denominator or convert the fractions to decimals to compare them. We'll explore the first option in the next section. Finding common denominators is a helpful tool when comparing fractions. This involves adjusting the fractions so they have the same denominator, allowing for direct comparison of the numerators. Take 2/3 and 3/4 for example. We can multiply the numerator and denominator of each fraction to make their denominators the same. 2/3 becomes 8/12, multiplied by 4. 3/4 becomes 9/12, multiplied by 3. Now we can easily compare the two. 9/12 is greater than 8/12. After comparing fractions, ordering fractions is a piece of cake. It's all about arranging fractions from the smallest to the largest or vice versa. If the fractions have the same denominators, you just order them based on their numerators. If they don't, find common denominators, convert the fractions, and then order based on the new numerators. Great job, everyone! We've covered a lot today, from understanding fractions to comparing and ordering them. Remember, fractions may look challenging at first, but with practice, you'll become a master in no time. As always, keep practicing and don't forget to have fun with fractions. See you in our next lesson.